we have a great view of utter blackness right here. Anybody watch Robot Chicken? Star Wars episode where the Emperor is talking about how great his chair is, or not so great, and then he's like, he turns around and he looks out the window and he says, "Great view of utter blackness." That's what I'm quoting. So, anyway, so tonight's video, because I'm not filming during the day, I initially thought that it might be kind of fun to go. I found some of my old YouTube videos on my laptop from when I used to be on YouTube 10 years ago. I have not been able to watch them. I have not been able to be that brave yet. And I initially thought I should watch it and then do a reaction video. But I haven't really been able to be that brave. So I thought if I work up the courage, guys, I will post something along those lines, because I'm sure everybody's going to want to see. But I had been thinking a lot lately about how different it is now versus 10 years ago when I was on YouTube. So for those who are new to my channel, you guys might not know this. About 10 years ago, in 2009, I was on YouTube. And it was for the same purpose that I am now. Mostly. My channel was about the same stuff. It was about paganism. And this was back in the days of Tiptoe Chick, Charming Pixie Flora, and there are a couple of YouTubers now that have resurfaced. Palm Tree Bewitchery used to be on YouTube previously. Back then I knew her as Coconut Summer 11. Now she's Brittany Palm Tree Bewitchery, and the best thing about her is that her and I, over the decade in between us leaving YouTube and coming back, we had kept in touch the entire time, that decade, the whole decade. So it was kind of interesting to watch her grow. I remember when she did YouTube previously, I think her oldest son, he was like 7 or 8 years old, and now I think he's 15. I think he just turned 15. And in that time of her leaving YouTube and coming back, she had another boy who is now 6, I think. So it's just been kind of fun to watch her progress. I know another one who I used to watch on YouTube, he just came back. He was called, I think, the Lucky Witch then. He just came back to... My cat's like jumping off stuff. What you doing, Prudence? Oh, hello. You're like right there. She's gonna try and jump up on me, and I'm wearing shorts, and she's gonna claw my leg. This is what's gonna happen. I'm calling it right now. Up, yep, here she goes. Come on, just hurry up now. Oh, we gotta think about it for a bit, because cats. Yeah? Alright. I'm gonna regret this, because I'm gonna get distracted, and then she's gonna be like, hey, I'm just gonna jump in your lap. You know what, we're just gonna... Oh, nope. She beat me to it. Oh, God, okay. Here's the beast. Anyway, so... Cat fur. In the mouth. Always. This is what life is like with cats. I wouldn't have it any other way, but I'm just saying. Oh, beast. Poor beast with his big tail. Anyway, she's horribly distracting me. So I was about 23 when I first started filming on YouTube, and I was very, I want to say I was very different back then, and I think maybe I was, but perhaps that's something from an outside perspective that someone could genuinely say a little bit more than I could, because I often look at myself and I feel like I haven't changed, and then I do something and I realize that I have, rather tremendously. So I just find it interesting. I'm pretty sure that some of the people that have known me this whole time will watch me now and think like, man, she really has. But she's just like, give me attention, woman, I'm so chunky. She's 15 pounds and 15 years old. But the things that I noticed that I did previously in YouTube that I don't do so much now is I wasn't as authentic then as I think maybe I hope to be now, or I intend to be now. I remember someone would post something and I would jump on the topic, but I wouldn't do the etiquette of a VR all the time. And that's kind of a faux pas in my opinion now. Like I do feel like if someone starts a topic and you want to chime in on it, it's probably more polite to do a VR instead of suddenly doing the same video on the same topic. Yeah. So that's something I had noticed from a critical sense that I used to do when I was on YouTube. But I remember what brought me to YouTube 10 years ago was I initially started watching Tiptoe Chick, and just the way that she spoke. That woman, Kellyanne Maddox, described her as a campfire, and just how everybody just wanted to gather around her. And it's true. I think that's a really, really good analogy to Tiptoe Chick and who she was. Can you just pick a side? Her passing honestly really, I think, hit me. I think more than I expected it would, really, because I didn't know her. And in the time that I watched her from 2009, 2008, 2009-ish era, I never really spoke to her. Okay, come on, get off the desk. I never really spoke to her. I wish that I had. I wish that I had said at least something to her, but I felt like she had got so many messages that it wouldn't have mattered. And I think that's sad that we feel that way. I think everybody has lives, and I think that sometimes it's difficult, especially, if you have a career and a full-time job, or you're a parent. Sometimes it's hard to always be online and have that presence. I was very much worried about that doing this challenge, but I wanted to challenge myself. And so I keep thinking a lot lately about how it's changed for me. YouTube has changed for me. How I make videos has changed. Not so much in the professional sense of how I handle my cinematography, but more just how I approach things and how much I try to be more authentic now. But what brought me to YouTube initially in 2009 was that I wanted to be that for someone the Tiptoe Chick and Charming Pixie Flora was. Now, what has brought me to YouTube again over this last year and a half almost, is just that I don't want to necessarily be that for anybody, but I want to have camaraderie and a community for like-minded people such as myself, and I have gotten that. I still have this cold, guys. It's so ridiculous. I have gotten that. I have gotten amazing, amazing friends out of this. And I think this time around, it had a deeper effect than it did the time before. And I think because I am now 10 years older, my values are different. Being a mother has changed me so much. And the 23-year-old me was in such a different place than the 33-year-old me. And I'm glad that I came back. I'm glad that I'm here. Part of me is still scared to have so much out there on the internet and sharing so much with the world. But I do it with the best intentions, and I do it with I try to do it with my most authentic self. And I feel like my motivations were different 10 years ago than they are now. And the place that I'm in mentally is very different than it was 10 years ago. I am so sick of clearing my throat. And it's funny because examining myself 10 years ago on YouTube versus now really ties into the point behind doing this series, where I am filming once a day for a month, and what I had hoped to get out of it. Yes, it is something that someone else on YouTube had started, which again, I will say is the fantastic Imogen Walters. Please subscribe to her channel. She's incredible. But I do realize that her motivations and the motivations that I've seen of the other people that are currently going through this challenge, the two other channels that come to mind that I know are doing it right now are The Cackling Moon, who is Rose. She's amazing. She's bubbly. She's sweet. I love her. And then Sammy Menzo, who is just so bright and creative, and she really has this calming presence about her that I greatly enjoy. And she's very, she has a certain vibrancy about her that I seem to really enjoy as well. So, but I noticed that all of their motivations for doing this challenge all vary slightly, and that's great. And I think what Imogen has started is incredible, because us YouTubers, especially us YouTubers who struggle with confidence, struggle with being on the camera, struggle with the direction that we want our channel to go, or maybe we are kind of in a lull and we want to encourage ourselves to do something like this and to complete a process, complete a cycle, and be more authentic. That is really powerful. So that, again, like I said, ties into how much I have changed over the last 10 years. My presence on YouTube before, which I was known under the same handle that I am now. And I have to be honest, because I've changed so much, I have been really tempted to change my channel name. But I wanted to keep it up for a while in hopes that those who used to watch me could maybe find me again. And I actually have had a few who have, which is incredible. And hello again. I think that's just amazing. But I have been tempted to change my handle here on YouTube, because I am not the same person who typed that handle in and hit enter 10 years ago. I am very different in very many ways. And that was a cycle, and this 30-day challenge is a cycle. So those are just some of the thoughts that I've had on my presence on YouTube 10 years ago, and the me who was there reflecting herself out to the world 10 years ago, to the me that is here now, once again doing it again, when I never really thought that I would do it again. But here I am. And you know what? I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it because it has given me so much. And being out here like this on the internet is a scary thing. It really is. And I remember the negative aspects of it before. And thankfully, I have not run into it quite as much yet. And I certainly don't want to, because quite frankly, I'm not thick-skinned, really. I'm sensitive, and things get to me, and it sucks, and I hate it. But you go with it, and I'm hoping that this time, if that does happen, I can roll with it and move on and put my best foot forward and be the person that I truly am, and give you guys that authentic me that I'm trying to hopefully display through this series. So you get to see the weird things that I do, like talking about other podcasts, or just all the other stuff, like struggling with my cat climbing all over me and clawing my legs, and, you know. But yeah, so that's it for tonight. Tomorrow's video is going to be really awesome. I'm super excited about it. I have something really fun in mind for you guys. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.